Hi everyone, if you want to revise the whole of integration, mastering with all the type of questions, you are in the right place. And this video series will help you to achieve that. Check it out. Hi everyone, this is our fourth video tutorial in integration. In this tutorial, we are going to learn about trigonometric functions with integrations. First of all, the seventh one, our formula is integrating sine x, it's minus cos x. Integrating cos x is sine x. Integrating sec squared x is tan x. Integrating cos x squared x is minus cot x. Integrating sec x tan x is sec x. Integrating cosec x cot x is minus cosec x. You don't need to worry about these equations. Everything is going to be given in the formula sheet. So it's a matter of practice with that and fluent with this one. So keep in touch with the formula. As long as you can remember quickly, you can do the question very quickly. But don't worry too much. So everything's provided in the formula sheet. You can keep the formula sheet next to you and you can do the question. So we're going to do one by one and I'll show you how to apply the formulas into the question. Question number 1. Integrating 3 sine x plus 2 sec squared x dx. So you can separate the integration to two functions. The 3 as a constant coming out, sine x plus 2 is coming out, sec squared x dx. And here also I need to put dx. We are integrating with respect to x. So now 3 is a constant. Sine x, integration of sine x is minus cos x plus 2 sec squared x integration is tan x. So the answer is minus 3 cos x plus 2 tan x plus c. All these above functions with the integration constant c. Make sure all the integration results you need to write with c. Unless otherwise they are not giving the interval. So if they are giving interval, definite interval, you can apply the interval. You don't need to put the c. So this is the answer for the question number 1. Let's move on to the question number 2. Integrating. Question number 2. Integrating 4 cosec squared x dx. So take the 4 out. Integration of cosec squared x dx. You have a ready-made formula waiting for you that is minus cot x. So minus 4 cot x plus c. That is the answer for question number 2. Now let's move on to the question number 3. It's very easy if you're familiar with the formulas, what is available ready-made. So the ready-made, the term I used because the formula is already given. There's a predefined formula already there. So you need to know how to apply that one. So question number 3, integrating sec x, tan x and sec x inside the bracket. Sometimes the format is look like a little bit of different, but trying to expand the bracket and see whether it is our familiar format or not. Sec x, expanding the bracket, sec x tan x plus sec squared x dx and dx, right? So integrating this one. So integrating sec x and tan x is the answer is sec x plus sec squared x. Integration of sec squared x is tan x plus c. And that is the answer. So you need to understand what is available and how to apply that one. So separate the integration into two parts. And after that, after expanding the bracket and see whether you can apply the ready-made formulas. The next question number 4. Integrating cos x 1 plus cosec squared x dx. Again, same principle. We are going to be expanding the bracket. Cos x times 1 is cos x plus integrating cos x times by cos x squared x. Cos x squared x, everyone knows, is 1 over sine squared x. You need to be clever enough to write the formula in such a way cos x squared is 1 over sine squared. So that answer, cos x integration is, I know the answer is sine x from the formula book, plus this integration is not over yet. Cos x over sine x, you can write like that, times by 1 over sine x, right? So the sine squared I can split into two parts, sine x and sine x. Cos over sine is cot and 1 over sine is cosec. So the answer for this one is sine x plus this integration is cosec x cot x dx, right? So I can write this cos over sine as cot, I can write as a second term, and 1 over sine is cosec, I write it here, then cos over sine is cot, I write it here. So ready-made formula is available for cosec cot is minus cosec x. So the answer is sine x minus cosec x plus c. And that is the answer for the question number 4. And let's do the question number 5. Question number 5 is 1 plus sine x over cos squared x. So question number 5, integrating 1 plus sine x over cos squared x dx. I'm going to rewrite the formula into two parts as 1 over cos squared x dx plus 1 over sine x over cos squared x dx. 1 over cos squared x is sec squared x. So sec squared x integration dx plus integrating sine over cos is tan, 1 over cos. So you can separate, as I said, you need to separate them, sine x over cos x times 1 over cos x dx. Now the answer, ready-made formula available for sec squared, which is tan x plus this one integrating to sine x cos x, sine x over cos x is tan x, and 1 over cos x we can write as a sec x tan x. So sine over cos is tan dx. Sec x tan x is sec x. So this is tan x plus sec x plus c. And that is the answer for the question number 5. So hope you understand the steps. You need to separate sometimes. You need to use the trigonometric function. 1 over cos is sec, 1 over sine is cosec, and 1 over tan is cot. So these are the primary trig function you need to understand. Let's do the question number 6. Question number 6, integrating 1 plus cos x over sine squared. Right? When you see this question, you need to have immediately think, separate the fraction into two parts. 1 over sine squared x plus integration of cos x over sine squared x. Now we need to use the trig function. 1 over sine squared is cosec squared x dx plus integration. Cos over sine is cot x over sine x times by 1 over sine x dx. Now I'm going to be apply the ready-made formula, which is cos x squared. We know ready-made formula available, minus cot x. Now you need to rewrite into the format what you want. 1 over sine is cosec, 1 over sine is cosec x, and cot x dx. So 1 over sine is cosec x and cos over sine is cot x. That is the formula. So minus cot x, cosec x cot x is minus cosec x plus c. And that is the question number 6. Hope you understand. Trigonometric function, you need to be thoroughly with integration. You need to be familiar with the terms. What is cosec? 1 over sine. What is sec? 1 over cos, and those kind of things. So question number 7, integrating 1 over cos squared x plus 3 over x to the power 5 dx. When you are doing an integration, all your formulas need to be remembered. So this 1 over cos squared you can write as sec squared x dx plus 3 constant outside x to the power minus 5 dx. Now I have written the question in such a way which is familiar with my question. So now the question type is familiar. Sec squared x, I have a formula, ready-made answer is available, tan x plus 3 times raise the power minus 5 plus 1 is minus 4, divide by minus 4 plus c. And now the answer is tan x minus 3 over 4 x to the power minus 4 plus c. And that is the answer for the question number 7. So hope you understand the question number 7, and we are moving on to the next part, which is question number 8. Again, the question is not going to be a single function. It is combination of other functions. So you need to be smart enough to just separate them into individual integration, and you will be okay with that. So integrating minus 5 sine x plus 1 over sine squared x dx. Right? It's not that too hard. So separate the constant out. Integrating sine x dx plus integrating 1 over sine squared is cosec squared x dx. Now you can apply the ready-made formula, minus 5. Integrating sine x is minus cos x. So minus cos x plus cosec squared integration is minus cot x plus c. So the final answer, minus times minus plus, 5 cos x minus cot x plus c. That is the answer for the question number 8. And now we are moving on to the question number 9. Question number 9 is again combination of couple of functions together. Let's start with the 9, integrating cosec squared x in bracket 1 plus tan squared x dx. So I strongly recommend to brush up your trigonometric skills, trigonometric function, what is what. So integration of, I am multiplying cosec squared x times 1 is cosec squared x dx plus integrating cosec squared x tan squared x dx. And now ready-made formula is available for cosec squared x is minus cot x plus integrating cosec squared is 1 over sine squared times by sine squared over cos squared is tan squared, sine squared over cos squared is tan squared dx. So sine squared cancel. So now minus cot x is one side of the answer plus integrating 1 over cos is sec squared x dx. Now the final answer minus cot x is the other side. Sec squared, we have a ready-made formula, plus tan x is the answer plus c. And that is the question number 9. Let's move on to the question number 10. Everyone have a look of the question number 10. Again, it is a combination of trig functions. So you need to expand the bracket and we will take it from there. Question number 10, it's integrating sec squared x in bracket 2 plus cot squared x. as the question looks like a not familiar, but if you separate it out, you will get the familiar function. So when I'm expanding the bracket, sec squared x times 2 is 2 integration of sec squared x dx is one function, plus integration of sec squared x cot squared x dx. Now sec squared x, we have a familiar function 2 tan x. So one side is easily done, plus integration sec squared is 1 over cos squared x, and cot squared, you need to be clever enough to write cot squared is 1 over tan squared. Tan squared is sine squared over cos squared. Let me write it here. So I'm just going to be using a different color to explain what is cot squared. So let me write it somewhere here. So cot squared x equal 1 over tan squared, right? So that means what? Tan squared is sine squared over cos squared. So 1 over sine squared x over cos squared x. So that means 1 divided by sine squared over cos squared, the result is cos squared over sine squared. There's another way you can think. Cot squared is 1 over tan squared. So flip the tan squared function, which is sine squared over cos squared. Flip it, cos squared over sine squared. So let me write the question as cos squared over sine squared. So what is the benefit we are getting? The cos squared cancel. So the answer is 2 tan x already there. Now integrating 1 over sine squared x dx. That can be write as 2 tan x is the front answer, plus integrating 1 over sine squared is cos x squared x. So that familiar formula is available. 2 tan x cos x squared, we all know integration is minus cot x plus c. That is the final answer for the question number 10. I hope you understand the techniques behind the trigonometric function. That is it. And in the next tutorial, we will look at the next pattern from pattern 13. See you.